So now you have the basic information about the Metasploit framework and its structure. So why don't we go ahead and let's get started with the basics of MSFconsole. And I guess you could consider it the most popular interface. But before I show you a demo, I want to tell you a little bit more about it. It is just a simple command line interface for the Metasploit framework. However, don't let its simplicity fool you. It's an easy and flexible way to interact with the framework. It's the most stable and powerful interface to access most of the features within MSF. Now, at first, the syntax might be a bit confusing, but it's not going to take you much time to appreciate the power of this interface. Now, you will use MSFconsole to rule the Metasploit framework throughout the rest of this course. As I mentioned to you earlier, some of the Metasploit editions offer GUI and web-based interfaces. However, I think from a learning perspective, I'm always going to recommend mastering the command line console of the Metasploit framework. And among my favorite things is the Linux command style tabbing, as well as the command completion. That's my friend, and I'm sure it'll become your friend too. So go ahead and open your terminal and simply type in MSFconsole H to display the basic help for the console. So this is basic help menu for MSFconsole. Now, certainly you're familiar with the Q and the X parameter from some of the previous videos. For the other ones, I'm going to let you go ahead and discover them by yourself, because you're not going to really need them throughout the rest of this course. So, to interact with the console, just type MSFconsole. So I add the Q parameter to start the Metasploit in a quiet way. And you'll get the point after a few minutes. Watch. So type it and hit enter. Now, if this is the first time you start it up, you may need to wait a little longer, but not too much. And look at that. That's all there is. MSFconsole is all that. So to find your way and take advantage of using Metasploit, MSFconsole provides some commands, and you can type help to view the commands. So they're categorized by their usage purpose. Here are some of the core commands. The core commands work all the time. They are not specific to a particular module or something else. And then the module commands, these ones are related to the modules such as exploit, payloads, and those are the ones that we've used in previous videos. Job commands help you manage handlers, your incoming connections. Resource commands are very useful when you want to automate your work. Now, because Metasploit was developed with Ruby, it also provides you a Ruby shell to interact with. And then all the developer commands help you to specialize your Metasploit experience. Now, Metasploit has the ability to use a database, such as MySQL, PostgreSQL. So with database commands, you're going to manage the database operations. For example, you can import a scan result into Metasploit, or you can export the results. And there's so many more options. Now, while you are conducting a penetration test, you'll probably get some credentials. So that's usernames, passwords, hashes, etc. With creds, you can view, add, or delete these credentials. And of course, you can if you use Metasploit. And now I want to dive into MSFconsole commands in the next section, so come with me.